Hello, everyone. Our topic today, our seminar is about IT risk management. What is IT risk management? IT risk management is defined as policies, procedures, and technology adopted by an organization in order to reduce the threats, vulnerabilities, and consequences that could arise if data is not protected. In summary, the whole process is composed of like a cycle. First, you need to identify your risk. Then you have to analyze them, then evaluate and prioritize this risk, treat this risk and monitor them. And then the cycle continues back to identification, analyze, etc. So it's like a cycle. Then you have to see GAIT. GAIT is a methodology for identifying all the key controls critical to achieving business goals and objectives. GAIT-R is a new model which identifies the critical aspects of IT essential to the management and mitigation of organization risk described as business risk. It can also be considered when planning audit work as well. GAIT-R, mainly developed for internal audit practitioners, can be used by IT governors and security managers for those who are charged with designing and managing IT risk within their organization. Risks that are facing nowadays telecom industry, in summary, taking center stage in COVID-19 pandemic, as you all know, facing risks around the pace and nature of recovery. Geopolitical risks come to the front as well, mapping out the industry's risks. And the next slide, according to EY, major risks in telecom industry for the year 2020 and 2021 are summarized as follows. Failure to ensure infrastructure, resilience and reach. Inability to scale internal digitization initiatives, failure to redesign workforce purpose and inclusion, failure to improve CAPEX efficiency and network returns, underestimating changing imperatives in privacy, security, and trust, inability to adapt to a changing regulatory landscape, failure to mitigate evolving disruptive scenarios, failure to take advantage of changing market structures. Now, we'll go back to the process itself. As we mentioned before, first you need to identify your risk. Risk identification is a process by which telecom company recognizes and detects the various exposed risks. The identification process consists in reviewing, analyzing, and determining the various risks profile of each unit in the firm. Once risks are identified, senior managers and management and directors must agree on the levels of risk that they can tolerate by the operation of the firm's primary business. After you identify your risk, as we said before, then you have to map these risks. The risk management process includes an exhaustive and systematic evaluation of all risks, a period re-evaluation of the risks of which the firm is exposed. The risk ID is the association of specific risk with its specific business units. For example, this slide, we can see that market risk, for example, is mapped to Treasury Department. Operational risk is mapped to Treasury and legal and regulatory. IT risk is mapped to IT department. In the next slide, we'll see how to evaluate risk. Risk evaluation is based on two factors: the probability of the risk to happen and the impact. Impact is the volume. So by evaluating these two factors together, then we classify the risks into three different levels: low, medium, and high. In the next slide, we'll see how to treat risk. Risk can be treated in several methods. One of them is to have to transfer or share the risk. Second alternative is to avoid the risk. Third option is to accept the risk. And finally, you can mitigate it or reduce it. Risk management in telecom industry. The case of TELUS Canada. We are going to take this as an example, how they identified and treated the risk. TELUS Risk Management Plan. TELUS conducts annual control and risk assessment. It includes one-to-one interviews with senior managers, an extensive risk and control extensive survey based on COSO framework. What is COSO? It's the Committee of Sponsoring Organizations of Tradeway Commission. Results of the annual and periodic risk and control assessment drive TELUS annual audit plan and used as input of companies' management, strategic and planning management. Risk management in telecom industry. TELUS conducts several risk assessment for specific audit engagement. Example, business continuity, planning, assessment, network, IT vulnerability, proactive fraud, and ethics risk assessment. The results are evaluated, prioritized, and updated throughout the year. So this is finally what is IT risk management, and thank you for your attention.